I think this kind of represents the pieces that make up the society that McCandless is in, and this is kind of where McCandless would go. But as you see, this puzzle piece doesn't really fit into the the mold that the society has made for him, and I think that's kind of how McCandless is. He didn't really care to fit into the rest of the world and be part and to fit in. He was perfectly fine with just living in his own little world and not fitting into their world. Okay, and the next thing I have is money. And I think money kind of represents, in McCandless's mind, he thought of money as greed. It represented the greed of other people. He thought that whenever they had a lot of money, they only cared about materialistic things, and the other things that mattered just kind of went away. And I think that it kind of represented the things that angered him and made him angry, such as racism, greed, and materialistic things. And I think that all just kind of set him off, and the money just kind of represents it. Next is a box, and this box it represents McCandless's family. It's very polished on the outside. It looks very pretty, and it's kind of the way, if you just glance at McCandless's family, it's how you would see them. But if you open it up and you look inside, you'll see that there's very hurtful things going on, like such as conflict, distrust, anger, stress, secret, sorry, there is stress too, and sadness. And those are kind of the words that I think describe his family that other people wouldn't see unless they really looked inside and past the polished walls of their family. Next are some leaves. The leaves, to me, represent how McCandless would kind of just go with the wind. Like whenever the leaves get picked up by the wind and they're so easily blown away, I think that's kind of how McCandless is. He would, the past few years of his life, he just kind of spent his life going from place to place, never really having a specific destination. He would just kind of end up there. And then, so that's the way I think the leaves kind of represented McCandless. Next are some magnets. And the magnets, to me, represent how McCandless was with relationships. Every single time the two separate poles of a magnet attached, McCandless would know that he couldn't stay, so he would flip the switch and he'd put the two poles that resist each other, like magnets do. And he would push them away like he did with Ron and Wayne. Every single time he felt them get closer, he would push away because he was scared of hurting them. So, next is the dream catcher. And in the Native American culture, you'd lay a dream catcher above you whenever you go to sleep, and it's supposed to keep all the nightmares away, and it's supposed to keep all the good dreams with you. And I think that McCandless was kind of trying to do a dream catcher effect. Whenever he ran away, he became Alex instead of Chris. And I think he was trying to get rid of all the past and all the anger and the conflict that was left behind with his family. And he was trying to create a new life and new memories as Alex whenever he went to Alaska. And that's it.